Little Nora is listening to bedtime folklore by her dad. Made from earth and stone, the trolls rise from the earth with their snow-clad heart and icy bones. At first, trolls and humans live side by side in harmony, until a new religion comes to Europe. In Norway, a young king named Olaf was tasked with Christianizing the country. In a new faith, there is no place for old beliefs. So King Olaf drove out the trolls from the shadows of the jungle into the sunlight, turning them into stones. The hiding trolls are massacred mercilessly. The king didn't spare any, and the age of trolls came to an end. Nora's mother comes to put her to sleep as it's past her bedtime. She has cancer. She sings a lullaby, which the troll mother used to put her baby to sleep. 30 years later, in a snowy mountain out of nowhere, a house stands. A mysterious man enters the house. He notices someone is doing research there. Nora attacks the man from behind, but the man takes off his mask, and it's Andreas, her old friend. He checks his research and sees she is reading a book about searching Olaf's tomb. She asks him why he is here. He says he is back working for the government, and they need her help. But she says she won't work for them. He says there is now a new government there, and sees on the wall that she is now restricted from many places because of her research. But Nora isn't convinced. Andreas sees that she has purchased his book. She says she hasn't been able to finish. He goes back to work and says she will be interested after seeing what they found. They are in a helicopter and land at an underground power station. There she meets with Professor Mahler and Wangel. They say that after the troll attack, the government started researching trolls, and much important new information emerges. They show her the mega troll they found. Nora is awed by seeing the mega troll. She sees many scientists doing their individual research. She gets nearer and watches it closely. Professor Mahler says it is now in hibernation. They have safeguards in place. A bunch of UV lights are pointed at it in case it wakes up. The head of the operation, Professor Marion, comes in. She tells Andreas in a different language that she asked him to involve her. He replies that they are at a dead end and the government is about to end their funding. Nora tries to come into their conversation. Marion says she knows all about her heroics in Oslo. She thinks it would be better if they had a live troll. Others say the troll is showing pulse. They are studying its anatomy, and it's unlike anything. Nora says it's nature. Nora wants to go back, but Andreas stops her and takes her upstairs to show her something. She goes with him and meets with Siggy, who is now pregnant. Andreas tells her that they are together now, and it's their baby. He then asks her to look around. The room is filled with old books about the troll, which they have gathered, and among them is the most important, Olaf the Holy's troll law script. Siggy says it's from 1030, before Olaf fell in the Battle of Stiklestad. Sadly, it's missing its half part. Nora reads it, and it says that all the trolls shall hereby be expelled from this land. Others say they believe there are many more trolls in Norway, and they need to be prepared for any attack like in Oslo. For that, they need to study it more. Andreas says they have all the resources here, yet they came to a dead end. The authority will shut down the project without any progress, and they need someone like her who thinks outside the box. She says it's too much for her. She needs to grasp all of this first. She asks where the washroom is. Siggy tells her the way. She gets out of the room and sneaks into a restricted section. She comes in front of the troll and steps into the elevator. She goes in front of the mega troll's face. She touches it and starts singing the lullaby that her mom used to sing. The security officer comes back to his seat and notices movement on the monitor. Nora thinks it's not working and is going back when the mega troll opens its eyes. The monitor shows its heartbeat, and others also gather, seeing its movement. Nora is delighted seeing it alive. Professor Mahler orders the security to ready the UV light, and they do so. Nora doesn't want to scare it. Andreas tells Siggy she needs to go right now. The guard is ready to push the button upon order. Marion tells him to take his hand away. They can't kill it. They need it alive to study. But the troll is trying to break his chain. So Mahler orders to push the button. But Marion pushes the coffee cup, and it falls on the switch. The system starts to malfunction. The UV lights stop working. Andreas screams at Nora to get out of there. She runs back to the elevator and hops in. The troll has freed one hand. Everyone is running from there. The elevator is going down, and Nora straps herself tightly for the impact. The troll, trying to free its hand, collided with the elevator. Nora grabs the elevator hard, and it falls on the ground. Everyone is running from it. Andreas asks Marion to take Siggy away and goes to help Nora. Professor Mahler hides and sees a test rock on the ground. He grabs it and escapes. The troll is walking towards them, and a professor gets crushed by it. Marion calls them, and they flee to the outside. They come out of the bunker and see the troll also coming out from the back, destroying the whole place. It leaves towards the jungle. They all arrive at the military base and meet with Captain Chris. They all get in the car, and Chris tells Nora that he is now a major. They are in a meeting room, and Nora and Marion are arguing. Nora tells her that she can't treat the trolls as objects. They are living beings. Marion counters that there is huge potential in studying those things. They have to stop as the Prime Minister and generals come in. They all introduce themselves to each other. The meeting starts, and the PM says he always felt the troll project was risky and wanted to shut it down, and today proves he was right. Marion says they need to capture the troll and study it. But Nora interjects, saying they can't capture nature. They get into an argument again, but the Prime Minister stops it and orders his generals to terminate the troll immediately. They have to think about Norwegians' lives first. Nora says they are going to repeat the same mistake they made before. Prime Minister says that he lost his brother in a helicopter mission, where someone suggested stopping the troll with church bells. He is not going to repeat the same mistake and tells Major Chris to start the mission immediately. Nora is sitting down, devastated, when Andreas comes and asks about his rock. It's from the previous troll's body, which turned into stone. She says it's here to remind her that she messed up. Andreas takes out his own rock and says that the fairy tales remind us to learn from our mistakes and fight back. She gets up, and they enter the operating room, where Chris is briefing the soldiers. After the meeting ends, Nora goes to talk to Chris. But even before hearing her, he says no. He is talking to Amir when Nora comes and introduces herself. Chris says back then she was a scientific advisor, but now she is a civilian, and they can't take her. He is leaving when Nora tells him that he owes this to her dad, but she apologizes immediately for bringing it up. Chris says they lost many good men on that mission, and he has lived with it ever since. She pleads with him, and Chris decides to take her. He shows her the new custom-made helicopter with UV lights attached. Marion also comes there and asks if she can join. Chris flirts with her and says she can. Siggy tells Andreas to stay out of trouble, and they take leave with the chopper. At a ski resort in the mountains, a party is going on. Suddenly, the ground starts shaking, and everyone wonders what is happening. Suddenly, someone takes out the roof from above. It's the mega troll. At first, people start capturing its photo, but it extends its hands towards them, and everyone starts running. The troll takes some people and starts eating them. The soldiers arrive by helicopter, and Nora is surprised to see that it's eating people, as it's very different from a previous troll. The soldiers turn on the UV lights and engage with the troll. The light is causing damage to it. Nora says they should keep their distance, but they engage again. This time, the troll takes out the ski cable pole, and it collides with their helicopter. Amir's helicopter is hit and is losing control. It hits Chris's helicopter's UV light. Amir says their tail section is damaged, and he says goodbye to them. The helicopter spirals and crashes into the ground. Chris is devastated, but he can't attack the troll anymore as he lost one of his UV lights. The troll, seeing them not attacking, starts walking away from them. They are at the crash site. Chris is wrecked, seeing his friend's badge. Nora says it's surprising that it's attacking people. The previous one was not like that. Marion tells her that she needs to stop humanizing those beasts. The next morning, 4 of them visit the Dovra mountain tunnel, where the first troll appeared. Nora takes them to a secret section in the tunnel. They see big spikes there. Nora says it's a haunting pit. According to legends, Olaf kidnapped the troll baby to trap the troll king in the pit. They see symbols carved in the spikes. Nora says that they believed it would cause more damage to the troll. She says they know the troll king survived. But where is the troll baby? If he died, they would find his remains. She takes them to a wide-open cave. She takes out her rock and knocks it on the ground. Nora tells them not to freak out. A troll comes out from the darkness. They are all shocked. She tells them to be quiet. She touches the troll and starts to sing the lullaby. The troll starts feeling relaxed. She takes Andreas and asks him to touch the troll. She tells him not to think, but feel. He also starts singing, and the troll is happy. Nora says that it's the troll baby, and she named him Beautiful. Nora tells the troll that they need a big favor from him. In the icy mountains, the mega troll is approaching. Nora on the ground fires a flare to grab its attention. Others watch them from a distance. The troll is approaching Nora when, from the ice, the baby troll emerges. They roar at each other. The baby troll engages with it. Chris tells the pilot to start the helicopter. The mega stomps on the ground, and the ice begins to crack. They scream for Nora to come back. They all run towards the helicopter. Nora falls from the crack and sees the baby troll falling into the water. Nora can't help it. Chris grabs her, and they run towards the helicopter as the mega troll follows them. They enter the helicopter and are able to escape before the mega troll grabs them. Saddened, Nora sees that he has drowned. They are at the air ambulance base. Marion asks Nora how she learned to communicate with it. She says she became quiet and started to listen to him. She even convinced it to go outside, but he likes to remain in his cave as he feels safer there. Andreas goes to them, and they notice on the map that the Megatroll is following the old pilgrimage route, and according to that, its next target is Tronheim. Chris says that the fuel is full, they are ready to leave. They showed them their findings. Nora says it's the old capital from where Olaf used to rule the country. He must want revenge. They arrive at Tronheim. They meet with Esther, who is searching for Olaf's missing tomb and has written a book about it. She takes to the Nidaros Cathedral from where Olaf used to rule. She believes somewhere inside, Olaf's tomb is hidden. They enter the church. Esther takes them to the underground tunnel. She wonders why they hide Olaf's tomb. Why not keep it open for everybody? They see the symbols as the same in the pike and follow its path. They arrive at a dead end with some old paintings. Esther says they searched the place but found nothing. She wonders why the murals are here. Andreas goes closer to inspect it. Suddenly, a piece falls, and he tries to put it back, but Esther comes there to inspect it. She says it's a wound in the belly. She then takes out another piece from the thigh. She says it's the wounds that Olaf suffered before his demise. First in the thigh, then the belly, and the final one on the neck. They are thinking about their next move when Nora sees an old torch and puts them into the hole. Others also take out more torches, and she puts them into the holes. She pushes the torch, and a circular door emerges. The door opens, and they see a tomb surrounded by water. Esther says it's Olaf's spring. Nora is about to open it, but Esther stops her. It's a historical site, and they must not hamper it. She convinces her it's for the people, and she understands. She agrees and opens it. Inside, it's Olaf the Holy King lying with his sword. Esther is joyous at seeing him. She says it's a bit strange that the sword is still intact after so many years. Chris says it's made of silver. As a weapon, it's weak, but it doesn't rust. Nora finds a paper inside, and they carefully take out. It's the other half of Olaf's troll law. Andreas calls Siggy, and they show her the paper. She scans it, joins the paper digitally, and sends it to them. Nora reads the paper. It's actually written that trolls shall not be expelled from this land. She reads more and says that because of the injustice caused to the trolls, they will grant them a home named Jotunheimen. That means Olaf wanted to give them a home, causing his subjects to murder him and hide his tomb. They wanted to continue with Troll Massacre. It means the Mega Troll is coming for all of them. He wants to destroy the city. The news of the Mega Troll attack has spread throughout the country. Footage of its attack is trending on social media. The troll is moving towards Tronheim. The incident also creates an international crisis. Russian minister says they will take serious action if they are attacked. The Norwegian Prime Minister addresses the media. He says they are all shaken by the recent incident, but they must accept the reality that Tronheim is lost. The reporters ask what the government's strategy is. He replies that they must first evacuate Tronheim. They ask what they are going to do after that. But the Prime Minister is silent and says they will inform them later. General speaking with Major Chris says the target has destroyed all their defenses and is approaching them. They must leave from there. Nora says they can't leave. Chris agrees and says they must stop it here. They tell Andreas he should leave, as he has a family to think about. Andreas says that's why he can't go. They need to stop it here to keep them safe. Others also agree to stay. Marion asks how King Olaf defeated the trolls. Nora says he used his sword to kill them. They think it was infused with some magic, as silver as a weapon is not powerful. Nora then thinks about something and takes out her knife and dips it in the holy water. She then uses it to cut the troll, and does so. But there is not enough water. Esther says the water comes from Olaf's spring, and they need people to take it outside and use it. Tronheim is being evacuated. Chris and Marion come and address the crowd. They say they have a way to stop the troll from destroying their city. They are going to flee or fight. They scream that they are going to fight. All of them start taking the water from the spring outside into barrels and in their ammo. They set up the weapons and put the water barrels with explosives. Andreas tells Siggy he will be on bell duty out of the action. The night falls and everyone is ready in their position. Andreas and Esther are in the bell room. Soon the ground starts shaking. The mega troll has arrived. Everyone gets ready. Chris tells Andres to ring the bell, and they start ringing it. The troll closed its ears, pained by the sound. They fire heavy explosives at him. The troll is taking heavy damage, but grabs a tree and throws it at the church bell. Andreas and Esther are able to run from there before the building collapses. Despite taking heavy fire, Megatroll is still advancing towards them. Chris orders his men to fall back. Everyone is running away from it. As it comes closer, Chris detonates the water barrel. The water splashes onto the troll and starts to burn him. They think it's working, but soon the fire is extinguished. The troll is coming towards them, and they run away from it. Soon, the troll looks behind as someone approaches. It's the baby troll. Beautiful has arrived to save them. He roars at the mega troll. They run at each other, and the fight starts. The mega troll is too powerful, and he starts bashing him. Nora, seeing this, takes a grenade launcher to help him. Chris says their weapon does not affect it. Marion says its inside is vulnerable. It has an internal ecosystem, and they need to attack there. Andreas says they need to take the helicopter above it and throw down explosives into his mouth. He asks if they have a water drum. There's only one left. He grabs it and tells others to stall it. Nora runs to help Beautiful, who is taking a heavy hit. Andreas calls for Chris as he needs a pilot. Nora is firing at the Megatroll as it's drowning Beautiful. Marion takes a sip from Esther's drink and grabs a grenade launcher to help her. Chris starts the helicopter and flies away when the water barrel is about to fall, but Andreas grabs it at the last moment. But the detonator falls from the chopper onto the ground. Chris says without the detonator, they can't blast the bomb. It can only be detonated manually, such as taking a grenade with it. Andreas says that means someone has to jump with explosives into his mouth. Chris wants to go back. Nora and Marion are trying hard to stop the Megatroll, but it's drowning Beautiful. Seeing this, Andreas says it's now or never. They must stop this thing. The Megatroll is now eyeing Nora and Marion. Marion runs and asks Nora to fall back, but she is still firing at him. Andreas calls Siggy. He spoke, "The need of many," and Siggy finished his sentence, "outweigh the need of few." She understands what he is about to do. He tells her to tell their child, but before he can finish, the connection is lost. Chris says they are in the position. Nora sees the helicopter above. The troll opens its mouth, roaring. Andreas jumps with a barrel into its mouth. Everyone looks at him with surprise. And Siggy tells the baby that Papa was Superman. The troll engulfed him. Soon its inside blasts, and its body begins getting destroyed. The baby troll stands and takes out its heart from its body. The mega troll falls dead. Everyone is crying. Even Beautiful is also sad. After a few times, the church is being rebuilt. Chris, Marion, and Nora are spending time with each other with Siggy's baby. Nora is reading Andreas's book. Beautiful, also living with them in harmony. In the post-credits, Professor Mahler is talking to a general. He says the specimen he saved has developed. In the glass container, there's a small baby troll. You were watching the recap of the 2025 movie Troll 2. Subscribe if you like our content. Check out our other videos as well.